and this video is going to be a little bit different. If you see a variety of videos on my channel, it's because I am trying to just figure out what my subscribers like. I have quite a few new subscribers now, and I'm just trying to make sure that I give y'all good, useful content, and also things that I feel like would be useful to me as a person and the people that I am trying to reach. So yeah, that's why you're gonna see a little bit of a variety of videos from me. But yeah, today's video is actually going to be what I use as a full-time braider, products, tools, everything that I recommend that you have if you are interested in becoming a braider, a full-time braider, part-time braider, just side hustling whenever you need to get it. Yeah, these are just gonna be things that I recommend that you make sure that you have in order to have a successful business as a braider, or to make sure that your clients are just happy with whatever style that you are going to be doing on them. If you are new here, my name is Kiana. I am a full-time braider. I am a mom of 3, and I live in Atlanta, and I moved here about a year ago, and I've just been rocking it out ever since as a full-time braider, entrepreneur, and making things happen for myself and my family. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, be sure that you subscribe to my channel, and also like this video and comment down below, what do you do for a living? So let's get right into the video. Okay, y'all, so first things first, as a braider, the number one thing that I would recommend that you definitely are going to need as a braider is a good comb. The comb that I use is a rat tail comb. It does have this like metal tail here, but the thing that sets this comb apart is it has a little separation here. If you can see it, it's separated where it's great for parting. So to like make clean and better parting, you can use this little piece here. What some people do or have done in the past, I know previously, before I knew that they had a comb like this, I would take a comb, typically like a regular comb that didn't have a rat tail. Break out the first few teeth here in the comb, and then just use that. But now they've made it for us where we could just use it just like that. Now this is an essential. If you don't have a comb, of course, like how are you gonna get, the client's hair done? How are you gonna do it? I guess you could use your fingers, but you definitely need a comb. And then also on top of needing a good rat tail comb with that little, this is called a precision comb. That's what that's called, precision comb. So a precision comb is first. And then also if your clients have thicker hair, use this to part. But to detangle, I would suggest a more wide tooth comb, something even wider than this. I do have a big, huge comb that I use to detangle my hair and my daughter's hair when I am combing. This is the only one that I can find right now. But something that's wide tooth so that you can use that to detangle for your thicker hair clients, people who may not have blow dried as well, so that it's not as painful when you are trying to get through their hair. So yeah, definitely a good comb is first. Also, as part of the combs that you should use, a good edge brush. If you are into doing like the swoopies and a dramatic edge, I would definitely suggest and highly recommend that you have a good edge brush. This one I got from the beauty supply. It actually has the little tail on it as well, the brush on that side, and then the comb on this side. So yeah, a good edge brush. All right, the next thing that I would recommend would be a good pair of scissors. You need some good scissors because when you are opening the packs of hair, the scissors come in handy. Also, when you are finishing your braid down, clipping off the ends, making it even at the end, and also clipping the flyaways, this is very, very useful. So make sure you have some good sheared scissors. Yeah, I just got these from like the hair store for like $1.99 or $2 maybe, and they work wonders for me. I make sure that I have at least like 1 or 2 pair on hand because scissors tend to just disappear for me. So yeah, good pair of scissors, making sure you just have some handy with every single client is highly recommended. All right, and more tools that I would suggest that you have is some clips. This is a duck clip that I use. to clip clients' hair out of the way. That is what it looks like. So yeah, that's a little duck clip that I use. I have quite a few of those. I also have these like regular clips. I don't know what they would call these, but it just opens like that. And so I don't use these as much, but every so often I just use these depending on how much hair they have that I need to be clipping up out of the way. Along with clips, I do suggest that you have a variety of clips. So on top of the duck clips and the regular little hair clips, I also have these metal clips that I use. These are great when you are trying to be precise and clean, making sure that you keep hair out of the way. These are very, very great at keeping like those small flyaways, especially if your client has like fine hair or very like soft hair that tends to just, you know, fall very easily. These are great to have, so I have a few of those. And then for my super extremely thick hair clients, I also like to go in with smaller clips, so that like whenever I part and I separate the rest of the hair from the part that I'm about to braid, I use a smaller clip. So I use the duck clip for the entire head, use the middle larger clips for like that in between, and then the smaller clips for like each section. So yeah, definitely get you some good clips. And also to go along with tools, this is a just in case. You don't have to have this, but just in case you don't know if you do a variety of styles, rubber bands will be a great tool to have as well, especially if you are a beginner and you are using rubber bands for like your box braids, anything else that you know you may just be using to kind of supplement or to help you to do better braids. I definitely suggest you get a big thing of rubber bands. Yeah, I don't carry these all the time, but I do like to have them handy because sometimes they do come in handy. Even if you forget something is essential, like a ponytail holder. This is the next thing that I'm gonna recommend, is a ponytail holder. Sometimes I do forget to make sure that I have scrunchies and things like that handy. So if I do forget, then I will just use rubber bands. So that's why I say just making sure you keep a few rubber bands handy just in case you forget something like this, a ponytail holder. And make sure that it's big enough, because if your client's hair is not as thick, then you can make it smaller. And if their hair is super, super thick, then you definitely have that space. So yeah, on to the next thing that I would recommend is a blow dryer, a good blow dryer. I don't know how much I would recommend this blow dryer specifically. This is actually my second blow dryer in like the last month and a half. I've had to buy, this is the second one that I bought because for some reason they just been going out on me. Like this one, it works on low and it works on cool, but it does not work on high. So I've been having to blow dry clients' hair on low, and it takes a lot more time for me. But I'm gonna buy a new one. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one, but I definitely recommend that you have a good blow dryer with an attachment. If you don't have an attachment, make sure that you have a good brush, a paddle brush, I think that's what they would call it, with a concentration nozzle so that you can get it, you know, good and as straight as you need it to be so that you can get a good clean braid finish. But yeah, a good blow dryer is definitely something that I would recommend. All right, and then the next thing that I'm gonna recommend, this is just a tool. So this is the first part. I'll move into the products next. But as far as tools go, a good hot pot. This is my hot pot. This is a staple for me. As I don't know if y'all know, but I am a traveling braider, so sometimes I do travel to clients. I also have a salon that I work out of, and it does not have like a stove or anything where I can heat up water. So on the go, this thing is a lifesaver. I literally could just pop it open, and it has a line in there where it says like the max line, and I plug up the little base of it into the wall and pop this puppy on here, close it up, and push that down, and it gets hot within maybe like a minute and a half or 2 minutes max. Sometimes I have to take it off beforehand because it will boil over, but the water is scorching hot and perfect for me to get that clean braided finish. And yeah, getting my client's hair is flexible and making sure that, you know, the braids actually stay and don't come down. This is great for that, and like the water is hot enough from this to make sure that it does exactly what I need it to do. So yeah, a good hot pot is something else that I would highly recommend if you are braiding hair someplace other than your home and you don't have access to a stove or a way to heat up water. I would highly recommend that you get you a hot pot. That may be like $30. You can get one from Walmart, I think, for like maybe $25, $30. So it's not super expensive, but yeah, definitely recommend that. And then on to the next thing, I would recommend a rack. I think this is used majority for like people who sew. I think that's what it was originally used for, but braiders have started using it, and we have made it an essential for us, especially if you do braids like knotless braids. This is definitely a need for you. I do just have this small one because, like I said, I do travel to clients, so this is kind of smaller and compact, and I can just pop it into like a plastic bag or whatever I'm carrying and just carry it like that, or I can just hold it like this and it's not too big. I know they have the ones that stand up that are, you know, kind of like life size or maybe like 4 or 5 feet tall. That doesn't really work well for me because, like I said, I do travel, but I am considering purchasing some to keep inside of my salon and then just using these as my travel racks. Yeah, so definitely get you some good racks if you do knotless braids or any kind of style that require you to feed in hair. This is a lifesaver. It will save you so much time. Now, I mean, you don't have to have this. It's not essential, but it is definitely helpful. I went without this for maybe like a year before I finally got one. But like I said, I'm so glad that I did get it because it does save me a lot of time. And yeah, before I got this though, I was using like the back of a chair. So if you don't have one of these, don't worry. You can use things like the back of a chair, kind of similar to the chair that I'm sitting on. You could just use the back of this. I've also used like a table and laid out the hair like that. So yeah, I mean, you have other options, but I just would recommend that you use that for, you know, just to save time and make sure that you keep your hair good and separated. One last tool that I have that I would highly recommend is a wristlet, a product wristlet. So what you do is you just open this up. It's like a little thing. You can just slap it on like that, and it just sits on your wrist. If you've watched any of my videos when I'm doing hair, you can see that I do have this. It just sits on my wrist. I do put it on my left wrist because I am right-handed, and so whenever I need product, I just simply just do like this and continue braiding. This just helps save time because I'm not having to like lean over and get more product directly from my jar. I'm not having to reach too far. Yeah, and I don't have it on my hand because if I have it on my hand, then sometimes what I realize is like the hair can get stuck like in the product here and it just becomes a big mess. So this definitely helps to save time, save mess, and yeah, create convenience for me. And that's what I'm all about. I am all about trying to get my clients in and out as efficiently and as best I can. And so yeah, everything, all the tools that I have do help me to be able to get my clients in and out. Most of my styles are maybe like between 2 hours and 4 hours. So yeah, this works for me and I know it'll work for you. But yeah, I think that's it for all the tools. Let's get into some of these products that I would recommend for you all. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, y'all, so as far as products, the first thing that I'm going to recommend would be some good old lock-in. Let's see, this is what it looks like. As y'all can see, this is not a cheap product. It is actually, I paid $22 for this one, but I paid as high as like $25 to $28 for this, depending on where you're getting it. But yeah, this is a great, holding product for braids. It's great at making your braids look sleek, starting from the scalp and all the way down. I use it all the way down my products. I would recommend Lock-In. Another one I would recommend would be Braid Gel. It's in like a white with the orange and yellow container, like outside label. But the container is white, but the label is like red and orange and white. That's another good product to use. If push comes to shove, The Shine and Jam in the red container is also a good one. I use that one for clients who have like more fine hair that doesn't need like a strong hold. That is great, but lock-in is good for all clients. Anybody, any type of hair, whether it's fine, whether it's super thick, anything, it's great. It's a great product to use. So highly recommend lock-in. The next thing that I'm gonna recommend would be Shine and Jam. This is the mousse that I use. This is my finishing product that I use. It is Shine and Jam by Magic Fingers. Yeah, but this is the mousse that I use to finish up. Now, if you have clients who are getting like the boho or the goddess style, where you put in the curly hair into the braids or at the ends or anything like that, I would also recommend that you get a mousse that is more liquidy. This right here is Lottie Body. I use this. I also use the foam. Honestly, you can use any kind of mousse, but I would just recommend for the curly hair, specifically for the ends, I would recommend that it's like liquidy like this where you can see it. It tends to do better with defining the curls and, you know, clumping them back together. As if you are a braider, you do know that once you separate that curly hair, it does tend to get kind of big and a little bit poofy. So using a mousse that is more liquid based, it just tends to bring those curls back and help them to pop and just put them back together. So yeah, this is for curly hair. This is for just regular braids. However, when I do, you know, the goddess style or the boho style is what I call it, I use this for the curly hair, kind of concentrating on the ends, and then I go back in with this and just kind of focus on the roots and just working it through. So I do use these together whenever I do those styles, but if I'm only doing braids, then I definitely just only use this. The next product that I would recommend for braiders is some good old Got To Be, girl. I know a lot of people who do wigs and things like that, they use Got To Be. I use it also for my braids. I feel that this helps the braids last a little bit longer, especially like knotless braids. It helps to control that frizz a little bit more, so that the person or your client can get maybe, you know, before it starts to get frizzy, especially with knotless braids, they can get maybe a good 2 weeks before the frizz actually shows. So yeah, some good Got To Be. I do, Kaz is right here, y'all. But I do focus it in at the roots. I pick up all the braids, spraying the roots, and then I also take it all the way down the braids as well. So make sure you got you some good Got To Be glue, girl. Alrighty, and the last but not least, as far as like products that I use, I did want to show y'all the brand of hair that I use for all my braid styles, or the brand that I prefer to use. My number one that I go to is Outre Expression. This is in the color 1B. This is what it looks like. Yeah, this is my staple. This is what I choose to use with my braid clients. It is a great brand of hair. It really does help the braids. My braids do come out very sleek. At the ends, it's always uniform. I love how it's already pre-stretched. And when I'm braiding at the ends, it does not give like that too thin of a look. It's great when it's like braiding it down, and it makes it look very natural. Like it's not too, it doesn't make it too skinny, and it's not too thick at the end. So it's just perfect for me and the braids that I do. So yeah, this is just the brand of hair that I would recommend that you have if you are a braider. I'm trying to make sure that there's nothing that I forgot to show you all. I think that is everything that I had to show you all today. Again, these are just products that I would recommend, products and tools that I would recommend that you have if you are interested in becoming a braider, or if you already are a braider and you just want to make sure that you have everything that will help you to be more successful. Yeah, I hope that you found this video useful, and you can take some of the tools and products that I am using and implement them into your braid routine and for your clients. I hope that they work. One last disclaimer that I would recommend: I always ask clients, are you allergic to any products, any specific types of hair, anything like that, just in case. So make sure that you're also asking your clients things like that, just to make sure that you're not applying a product or anything that can possibly harm your client or cause them to have an allergic reaction. So yeah, but these are products that work pretty much for every single one of my clients, and nobody has had a problem with them. And I think that will help y'all. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of this video. Again, I hope that you have enjoyed what I have given to you all today, and I hope that it was useful. And yeah, if you have not yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, and don't forget to comment down below and tell me, what do you do for a living? And yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here because Cass is up now and wreaking havoc on all of my little things. But yeah, be sure to check out some of my previous videos, and yeah, just follow your girl. Follow me, y'all. Follow me on this journey, and let's achieve great things together. But yeah, if nobody has told you recently, just know that I love you. You matter. You are important, and you're amazing. Bye, y'all.